Good afternoon, guys. On this Monday afternoon, it's 12:30 p.m. Just hopefully this will be the last update for the Trx4m Trx4m. Last time, you remember, I fitted the skid plates, drive shaft, linkages, steering arm linkage, and the servo holder. I couldn't think then, my mind went blank. So since then I ordered a load more stuff, which got delivered on Friday. So I want to make this as close as possible to the 110 version. So I'm going to be a little mini me. So I've got all the steering components for the front, bearing set, metal steering horn, diff covers, which I've already gone and fitted one this morning while I was waiting for the post person to come. So you can see I fitted that one on the back there, just to add a little bit of weight. Not a lot, not a great deal, but every little helps. And then also in this lot come with the D shackles. Fitted them on Friday, but what I had to do to make them fit was to drill the holes in the bumper bigger, because it was such a tight fit that you couldn't really get it through straight to screw into the other side of the shackle. So and then also, I don't know if I noticed since last time I've had the 3D printed inner arches fitted, that caused a bit of a problem fitting them. We had to countersink the screw holes so I could use the original screws rather than using longer ones. These are a bit flimsy on the edges, especially this bit here where it looks not much joining it together. So on the front and back I've cable tied to the chassis just to stop them moving. So it is a bit more of a struggle to put the body on. You can't just clip it on anymore, you have to flip it upside down. Make sure I tuck the inner arches underneath the arches on the body, but it's not a big issue, it's not a big job, I don't mind. It just helps all the crap and crud and everything from going inside the body when you're rolling through water and mud and whatnot, which I've only done once, and as I say, it all got inside and you had to clean the inside of the body shell. So hopefully I've got a new light bar as well for the body, so I'll be fitting that too. So hopefully once all this is fitted, and I've also got, I'm going to try and experiment with these lossy shocks for a Mini T. They might need a bit of adapting, I don't know, but we'll see how they go, because I don't really like the ones that are on that. I mean, there's probably nothing wrong with them, but they do leak a little bit, but again, probably most shocks do. So got to go fit all this lot today. Hopefully we'll get, it shouldn't take too long. Like I say, I've already fitted one diff cover, that took me about 20 minutes. I didn't bother taking everything apart, but it was easy enough to do. So I'll strip all the front end now, get all the steering components fitted, get the bearings fitted where I can. I'm not stripping it down too much, so I'll probably just replace the bearings in the wheel hubs and the diff. I don't think I'll be doing it on the actual centre bit, that's a bit more of a pain, so I'll just leave that. And then that'll be done then. The only thing I'm waiting for then is my trail wheels. So I'm not too keen on these bigger tyres. I've got some Mickey Thompson tyres, which are more the same size as the stock tyres that were on it. So once they come, that'll be it. That'll be the final version of the little Trx4m. And then I had another delivery today with a load more Endura goodies, which was only dispatched on Wednesday, but they arrived today. And therefore the Bigfoot that I did in the previous video. So once I finish this, I'll be then going on to that and upgrading that. So I've got plenty of Endura parts to be cracking on with and fitting. So without further ado, I shall go ahead and get all these fitted, and provided this one here doesn't start mithering or start knocking things off the table, because he's been sat here the whole time keeping an eye on proceedings. He's got his eye on this at the moment. He's not took his eyes off it for some reason, I don't know why. Yeah, he's just looking at it. So I'll get back as soon as I can with all this lot fitted. Hopefully I don't get mired or distracted, and hopefully I don't lose my temper with anything. and this one here, like I said, he's keeping an eye on proceedings. So I'll see you soon. I'm back. Okie dokie, so that's took me at 12, so it's nearly 5 o'clock now. Obviously I've had a couple of breaks and some dinner. But finally, oops, let me just unplug that. So now I've finally gone, and so if you can see all the enduro parts on the rear there. Took the diff out, replaced all the bearings in the diff, replaced all the bearings in the wheels, and then on the front, so I've got the steering hubs now, all the bearings replaced in them, all the bearings replaced in the front diff cover fitted, and then I went and fitted them lossy shocks. Didn't need any modifications whatsoever. All I needed to do was take the little ball link out the bottom because the screw wouldn't go in it, so I took that out, fitted them, and I don't know if you can tell on there, but that's give it a little bit more ground clearance, as it were, which is, well, sort of this bit of clearance to the arches, because when it was fully bottoming out it was catching on the arches with these bigger tyres, and now it doesn't. So that was my plan all along, and I'm glad that they worked out as well as they did. And then I went and fitted a light bar on the front there, which comes with a Y lead, so they can plug the normal light kit in as well. So if you just bear with me a sec, I shall plug that in. Put the body on and get the radio. And just plug that in. The only thing I don't like about this is it could do with having an on-off switch. So I've cable tied the wires together so it's not too much messing about when you come to put the body on. So this is the only bit I have to faff about with now, is getting the inner arches underneath the outer arches, as it were. Yeah, it can be a bit of a faff, that can. There we go, back ones are in. You just have to pull the, spat on it, just have to pull the body aside a little bit. So there we go. So now, oh, well, obviously I didn't clip that in very well, did I? Let me try that again. Just have to do a little bit of jiggery pokery. Now that's the back clips in, and obviously with the front I had to glue the light kit down to the underside of the bonnet. Right, let's just check that that's clipped in now. Yeah, there we go, clipped in. So I don't know if you can notice now, look how much clearance I've got between the wheel and the arches with these bigger tyres on, because before I wasn't getting the full flex. So now they're bottomed out the shocks now, and they're not even touching the arches anymore. Whereas they were touching the arches before, they were bottoming out before. So that's a lot better. That's what I wanted. And obviously when I come to change the wheels, that'll have the smaller tyres on anyway, that'll be even better. So I haven't put any oil in the shocks. I've just left them as they are. They are adjustable shocks as well, rather than having to put them silly springy things in. You know, they look a lot better than what they did. Obviously got the light kit on the back, and now we've got the light bar on the front too. Turn that off. So that's nice and bright. Turn that off. Woo! Is there anybody out there? So it's going dark, so I'll get outside and give it a little bit of a test in a minute, but I'm well happy now with that, because that is just that extra bit of a lift that I wanted, and I have achieved it. So yeah, there we go. I'll do a bit of a few little pictures outside when it's dark in a bit, another half an hour, maybe another hour, and then I'll do a bit of a running around, so hopefully that should be quite bright outside. I mean, just the normal lights were quite bright, so now with the added light bar, it should be considerably brighter. So there we go, folks. I'm happy with that now. Just the wheels left to do, and that's it, all done. I'm going to go out with a couple of cars tomorrow. If you see my last video I did with the Jeep over the farmer's rough ground, I'm going to take the Jeep out again tomorrow. I'm going to take the Battlegrounds Player Unknown car thing out. If any of you are not familiar with that, then it's that. So I'm going to take that out and give that a bash on the farmer's field as well. So I've charged the battery up for that, and then I'll obviously take this little baby out as well and give this a bit of a whirl while I'm there. So just for a bit of a play tomorrow, I'll get a couple of cars out and post them up on YouTube and see what's going on. But yeah, there we go. Really happy with that. See, it's bottomed out now and it's not touching the arches. Really made up with that now. I didn't think them shocks would fit, but they did. Like I said, no real modifications needed to do that. There we go, guys. All done and dusted. Just the next one will be just the wheels. Still waiting for them to come. He said it can take up to 30 days. I don't know where they're coming from. If they're coming from China, I don't know. They might be sending them on the slow boat, but these Enduro parts have come from China and they've come within less than a week. So, anyway, thanks for watching. See you soon.